Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I have something special, something new, different for you. We are reviewing an everyday carry flashlight. Now you don't see it in my hands because it's what's actually illuminating the scene here. And as you can see, it is quite bright. I have to have it aimed that way so it's not blinding me. So like I said, this is what's illuminating the scene, and this is what it looks like without it. It's the good stuff, gotta have it. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. That's right, today we're gonna be looking at this little everyday carry flashlight by Sofirn. This is the ST10. Now in all transparency, this was sent to me free of charge for review, but you guys know how I do it on this channel. I am a veteran of the United States Army. I take my word to my fellow Americans here very seriously, and to anybody watching in the world, I take my word seriously, my channel, my reputation seriously. So if this doesn't make the cut to get the seal of approval, I'm not going to give it. Now, I'm not an expert on flashlights by any stretch of the imagination, but, you know, I do love tinkering. I love the outdoors. Regular viewers of my channel know that we have a camper. We like to go camping. I'm also into some backpacking when my back allows it. So, you know, I got some experience with some of these smaller everyday carries. I've kind of got a collection of these things going. So I was excited when they asked me to go ahead and try this out. So let's check out what you get here in the box, or check out the box here first. So 1000 lumens, that's out of your top light here. 144 millimeter beam, that's how far out it travels. 660 nm of red light wavelength. I'll tell you what, this light is pretty bright. 49 grams. Now on my scale I got 2.5 ounces. Now if you want to go ahead and pause and look, right here is all the specs, like how long the battery will last on each of the settings. You can go ahead and do that. You can pause if you can read that, or I'll leave a link down below to where you can purchase this flashlight and look at the specs. Now as of right now, November 2025, it's on sale for $24. That is a bargain. Regular price is $40. So if you're looking to get one, I would jump on one of these sales that they have going on before they are gone. So let's check out what we got here in the box. So come up with here a little warning, a little readme. There is a rechargeable lithium-ion battery that's in here. You do have to take a piece of paper out to get it work. So when you get it, if you start hitting the buttons, it doesn't come on. They even warn you there to go ahead and take the paper out. You get one user manual, which breaks down how to hit the switches and get everything to work. And then again, you have your ratings for the flashlight and like how long the battery will go and all that other stuff. So good information here in the user manual. Extra O-rings, some lanyards, one USB-C to USB-C charging. That is very nice. I like that. Now this might be a little limiting for some people. They might not have a USB-C charger, but this really is a good way to go. It's the fastest way of charging. Let's go over some key details with this. It is IPX6 waterproof rated. This is a T6 aluminum alloy. It is, you know, a little on the heavier side than some of these plastic versions, but to me, I think you'll find the extra weight is actually worth it, and I'll touch on that here in a minute. There is a built-in battery indicator here, so when you turn on the light, you do get this green light. Now, up to 30%, this will stay green. From 30 down to 10, it'll be red, and then, so it turns out after a second, if it's flashing red, you're under 10, I really recommend you don't use it at that point because you could damage the battery. Even though this battery here is very nice, it is a lithium-ion battery. Look at that, looks like a AA. And there's your USB-C port to charge it. Now this is a, right there, lithium-ion, 900 milliamp hour battery. What is this, 3.7 volts. So very good battery. Now the nice thing is, if this battery was to die and you were in need of having a flashlight right away, you can actually run a AA battery in here. And you really don't sacrifice much. You won't get the battery life indicator, and I think the lock feature doesn't work, which is here. So we'll do this for you. We go 1, 2, 3, we press that 3 times and you see the red flash. So now whenever we push a button, we'll get that flashing. Tell us it's locked, so just hit it 3 times again, and now you can see the light is on. We just have to turn it off. So you can actually lock it, or you can just kind of unscrew this so it doesn't make connection, and then it will not come on either. So you kind of have two ways of killing the juice to this. All right, so really cool feature with this is, look, magnet. Not only a magnet on the bottom, we have a magnet there on the clip as well. You also have the clip, which has a nice rubber foot right there to hold on to things, whether it be like a bicycle, you want to mount this on a bicycle, or like I even or what you can do, like if you're backpacking stuff, you can go ahead and clip this to your backpack. If you have a road walk, there is a red flashing light that I'll show you here shortly. You can put that on there, or a bicycle. There's also a flashing white light on here, so you might put that on your bicycle, or even carry it in your hand if you're on like a road walk and you just want some attention. Really bright, even in daytime use. So really nice safety features built into this. So now for me, I'd say one issue is just kind of maybe the complexity of working the lights. And I'll let you see how this works, and I'll let you dictate on yourself. So two buttons here, upper light, lower light. If we just tap it, it comes on. You can see that. And we have to hold it down and it gets brighter. See, if we just tap it, it goes off. So on, off. If we hold it for 2 seconds, we have the low light mode, moonlight mode, or whatever they call it. If we tap it twice, we have turbo mode. And while it's in turbo mode, if we tap it twice again, you have that strobe feature. And then, okay, so we tap it and went off. Okay, so now we're back on. So that's all the features with that light. So now the bottom button. This is where stuff gets a little confusing. So we tap it once to come on. So hopefully you guys can see that. And then if we hold it, it goes through the modes, just like before, right? And we tap it, it goes off. If we double tap it, then we get the red flashing light. But if we hold it down, now we get a red light. And if we hold that down again, it turns off. This is where it gets confusing to me. So we turn that on. Okay, now see, now we tap the light to get the different intensities. And once we're on there, we tap it, we get, see, in the other ones you have to hold it to get it to go different intensities. On this mode, we have to tap it and hold it to turn off. And if we hold it, and then double tap it to get, I think that's what it is, it was on memory, so I think that's the flash was the last thing I had it on. So there we go. Bright, low, medium, high, double tap, we got flash. So a little weird on how the settings are kind of a little different. And then the only other thing I would say I would like to see is just be able to hold that and just have turbo mode. Just have it to where I hold it and turbo mode comes on, and not just turn on the light. But other than that, I really like what I see here. It feels really good in the hand. I mean, it's, you know, it's kind of square looking in that, so you wouldn't think, but it does feel really good in the hand. At least I like the way it feels. The buttons feel natural where they're at. I really like this clip. I'm not so much about the lanyards. I'm pretty sure somebody could use it. For me, I don't think I would use it. Like, I like the hammock camp when I backpack. So this would clip on nicely onto my ridge line, and then I could use that red light to illuminate my hammock, and I could see what I'm doing. Or I could even use the daylight mode. So I really think this is a great thing for backpackers. I know the ultralight crowd is going to complain maybe about the weight. So maybe, you know, but I do think the features that this has and how tough this thing is, and the fact that, unlike this, when it dies, you're stuck. You're gonna have to recharge it and wait. This one here, you know, you can just go ahead and throw a new battery in and go. A little extra weight, but hey, you get to see where you're going. So let's go outside. I'm gonna show you the brightnesses, and then we'll come back in here. I'm gonna take this thing camping, and I think I got some backpacking coming up, and then we'll go ahead and wrap up a final review of this. All right, so let's look at the modes. This here is basically what they call like moonlight mode or whatever. I forget the name of the mode, but it is so little it does not doing anything. Here for the light, for the camera. Let's go up one. There we can see that's a little bit brighter. Next step, and that's it. And then we have turbo mode, which is like really lights things up. So that's what you had with the front light. This is the first mode on the side light here. Again, not particularly bright. I mean, it's enough I can actually see around, but not enough for the camera to pick anything up. So we go up to the next mode. That's pretty decent. And then there you go, like full on. That is really bright. That is nice. We also have another turbo mode with this. So here is your basic red light. Like I said, this doesn't shine much on the ground. We had the next level, which you see, that is really bright. And then like this turbo mode, that is like insanely bright for red. If we do like that, we have a flashing light. We also have a flashing light on the white. Sorry about that, it looks bonkers, doesn't it? So there you have, these are the light modes. And so as you can see, turbo mode is freaking insane. It does produce a lot of heat here. On the LED light does get a bit hot, so don't touch the lens. But the rest of the flashlight's not bad, but the front of that, where the light is, whoo, that gets warm. Hey, welcome back. It's been 2 weeks, maybe a little bit longer, since I first started shooting a video with this little light. Now, me and the wife, we went out camping. We drove a national trail called the Natchez Trace. We took our motorhome up there. We were going to actually stop at a campground, but the road was closed for paving, so we ended up stopping at a place called French something or other. We stopped there. That was kind of the end of the trace, and right there was a town. So I had the camper parked. The wife wasn't feeling good, so I was looking on Google, and hey, there's a Dollar General like quarter mile up the road. So I went to go over there and walk. And what I did is I took this flashlight here, and I put it on the flashing red, clipped it to my shorts, and I was walking up the road just as a safety thing. And I had another flashlight in my hand. It could have been this flashlight, but this goes to show the importance of having a light. So I'm in town, paved road, Middletown. There's houses here. There's a Dollar General. I walk in there, get her some medicine, get a couple other things for finishing our trip. As I'm walking back, I'm holding the one flashlight up because there's a car coming. As soon as the car passes, I kind of shine the light down, and wow, there's a venomous snake right there in the road that I almost stepped on. So it doesn't matter where you are, in a town, whatever like that, having a flashlight is really important. Having a light saved me from about ruining a trip. But I took this out there, really dark out there in the Natchez Trace. A lot of, it's a federal park, scenic highway. So I was comparing it with some of these other lights, and I really had to say I like the light pattern of this. You would think even this one with two lights would have a better light pattern, but for me, I really honestly like the way that this one puts the light out. I think it's just a nice pattern, and it worked really well. I like this. And then I just recently got back from a backpacking trip. Went to the Appalachian Trail and did some hammock camping, some backpacking. It was around 40 degrees or so, and I had this in my hammock clipped to my ridge line up above. 40-degree weather, had no issue with this thing working. Battery life has been great, a lot better than any of these other ones that I've had in the past. And I believe I mentioned earlier, like, maybe you pay a little weight penalty with this thing. So maybe ultralight backpackers still won't want it, but for everyday people like mechanics, even for me, like working on these RC cars, I've dropped like a little tiny grub screw or other things, and I've had to use a flashlight to find where they are. Sometimes it rolls under the bench. These are just handy for anybody. The housewife, keep this in your purse. Anybody traveling, keep it in your suitcase. These are really handy things to have. I mean, what if you're in a hotel, there's a fire, maybe the emergency lights, maybe they don't. I mean, we go sometimes these European countries, they don't have the safety standards that we have here. So pretty handy. Lights up a snake before you step on it. I think having some kind of flashlight is definitely worth it. Yes, our cell phones have it. Honestly, look, the cell phone ones aren't that great. Cell phones are clumsy to hold. Look, like this one, I can clip it. Like if I can clip it here on my shirt, I get this light or this light. That's one thing I really like is having two different lights that I can use on this. It's a really great feature. Like I mentioned before, you kind of have to think. It's not very intuitive with the way the buttons work for turning the lights on and off. And I would like to see just like a quick, you know, turn on. Granted, I can just click twice and that's turbo mode, so it's not terrible. I wouldn't say that's like a deal breaker. Most of the other lights I have, I can just push a button, it's on. So I mean, that's not terrible. 2 clicks. The lockout feature's nice because like when I'm carrying this in my backpack, I put it in the little hip pocket, or if you have this in your pocket, you can lock it so it doesn't accidentally come on. I think it's a really great flashlight. Strong, waterproof, reliable. So far, like this thing is just done great. I'm very happy with it. So I give it the seal of approval. There'll be a link down below where you could pick one up. Said, was it $24 now on sale? $24? Come on. Said even if you're riding a bike, like say you travel somewhere, you rent a bicycle, boom, clipped it on. You got a flashing red light for the back or a flashing white light. Buy you 2 of these things. You can have one of each. You know. Like I said, even backpacking, say if you're out there hurt, you're just hiking, you're hurt, you can put it on that white light or in the red light and signal rescuers or they're up ahead. This is very, very bright. This, you know, I could go on for a while the amount of uses you can have for this thing. But like I said, even for me in the RC hobby, I've had times I've had to light stuff up and try to find something. So if you're new here and you've like RC cars, or you're interested in them, you're interested in planes, boats, cars, go ahead and subscribe. I have another channel that I do my travel stuff on, so if you want to go check that out, go ahead. But hey, I like this little flashlight. Like I said, I've had many of these things, and I will say the biggest problem with these, like especially these two I have by Nightcore, they're about 2 years old now. They've gotten to the point to where once they're off the charge for a week or so, that's it, they're dead. And there's nothing I can do about it because the battery is sealed up in there. Even this little Nightcore one's got a little, supposed to be an LED display in here that used to tell me like the battery percentage. See, it's, the flashlight's on, right? But there's no display. The display took a crap. So I get no idea where the battery's at. Like this one I keep in the shop for working on RC cars, and after about a week, the battery's dead, even if I don't use it. So that's a downside to this. So there's a little weight penalty with this. But this, you can easily replace. I mean, you can go on Amazon or you can go anywhere and buy one of these like AA batteries with the USB-C port, rechargeable deal. Or if you just want to use a regular AA battery. Lots of great options with this. So I like it. I said, get you one. I don't think you will regret it at all. Everyone, I appreciate the support. Thank you very much for watching and joining me. I know this is something different from my regular viewers, but hey, man, we love our gadgets, all right? All right, thanks for watching. Appreciate the support. See you on the next one.